few came with the apostles to find out the parable or the riddle. Mark 4:9. And he said unto them, he that hath ears to hear, let him hear. And when he was alone, they that were about him with the 12 asked of him the parable. So some of the multitude came with the 12 apostles to ask of the understanding of the parable. Listen to what he said. Proving that he want everybody to be saved. Everybody think they're going to be saved. No. Listen to what he said. And he said unto them, unto you it is given to know the mystery of the things that are unknown of the kingdom of the Most High. But unto them that are without, those that don't want to stay, those that want to be there, to hear the word of the Most High on the Sabbath day, you got something else better to do than to be in this word of the Most High? A lot of you. Oh, no, I don't want to deal with that, so you're going to do something else. Next thing you know, the Spirit's going to get in you and start doing something in the world. Instead of honoring the Most High on his holy day. And he said unto them, unto you it is given to know the mystery of the kingdom of the Most High. But unto them that are without, all you that don't want to stay and hear the word of the Most High, or want to know the understanding of the riddles or the parables of what Mashiach is speaking through the power of the Most High, all these things are done in parables. Why? That seeing they may see and not perceive, and hearing they may hear and not understand. It's very key here. Let you know he don't want everybody to be saved. Least at any time they should be converted and their sins should be forgiven them. Ooh. If your sins not forgiven you, you're being thrown in the lake of fire. That's the way it is. So I let you know he don't want everybody to be saved. Everybody's not going to be saved. Look at Luke 18. We're still looking at examples of humility. Luke 18. Luke 18. And we're going to look at verse 9. And he spake this parable unto certain which trusted in themselves that they were righteous and despised others. See? Holier than thou. You know, I always talk about those that think that they're more important than Job, who's a perfect and upright man, and a Mashiach Yahushua. When they tell you that the Most High asked Satan about that, you consider my servant Job, and the Mashiach Yahushua said to the Most High, Most High, take this cup away from me. Paraphrase, but let thy will be done. They tell you how the Most High said in Isaiah 53:10, it pleased the Most High to bruise him. See? That's what we serve. So this is all you holier than thou. I think you already made it to the kingdom. You're already in the kingdom. In your own mind. In your vein, with your vain opinion. That's why Ecclesiastes 3:24 says, for many are deceived by their own vain opinion, and an evil suspicion overthrown their judgment. You better humble yourself. This is what it says. Luke 18:9. And he spake this parable unto certain which trusted in themselves that they were righteous and despised others. They look down on others. They are righteous and look down upon others. 2 men went up into the temple to pray. The one a Pharisee and the other a publican. The Pharisee stood and prayed thus with himself. Most High, I thank thee that I am not as other men are, extortioners, unjust, adulterers, or even as this publican. This publican right here, right next to him, hearing him. I fast twice in the week. I give tithes of all that I possess. And the publican, standing afar off, would not lift up so much as his eyes unto heaven. He wouldn't even hold up his head. He had his head down to the ground when he lifted up his head up into heaven. but smote upon his breast, saying, the Most High be merciful to me, a sinner. See, have mercy on me, a sinner. I tell you, this man went down to his house justified rather than the other. For everyone that exalted himself shall be abased. Read it again. For everyone that exalted himself shall be abased. You'll be brought down. And he that humbleth himself shall be exalted. Read it again. This is Mashiach Yahushai's words. He said, for everyone that exalted himself shall be abased, and he that humbled himself shall be exalted. That's why we have to humble ourselves and not think of yourself more than what you are in this wicked kingdom. With your pride, in your pride, which is damnation to you, boy. It could be damnable to you, people. It's not good. It's not good at all. What are you falling into? Pride. Pride, pride, pride. Look at Ecclesiasticus 10 and 7. It says, pride is hateful before the Most High and man, and by both does one commit iniquity. By both does one commit iniquity. Verse 12. The beginning of pride is when one departed from the Most High, and his heart is turned away from his maker. See? So you can't be proud, you gotta be humble. When you saw, remember it said, he that exalted himself shall be what? Abased. You're gonna be brought down. He that humbled himself shall be exalted. For pride is the beginning of sin, and he that hath it shall pour out abomination. And therefore the Most High brought upon them strange calamities, and overthrew them utterly. See? That's why the Most High cast down many people in many kingdoms, because of their pride. This is serious. Look at Ecclesiasticus 25 and 2. Say, 3 sorts of men my soul hateth, and I am greatly offended at their life. A poor man that is proud. You got a reason to be proud for. A poor man that's proud, most I say he hates you. A rich man that is a liar, and an old adulterer that doteth. See? So I hate these men. That's why you have to humble yourself. Remember, the eyes of the Most High upon everything that we do. Everything that's being done is the eyes of the Most High upon. Look at Wisdom of Solomon 13:1. Surely vain are all men by nature, who are ignorant of the Most High, and could not out of the good things that are seen know him that is, neither by considering the works did they acknowledge the workmaster. See? They're vain. They're worthless. By nature, that don't acknowledge the works of the Most High, which is everything. Look at Wisdom of Solomon, verse 1 of the 12th chapter. For thine incorruptible spirit is in all things. Therefore chastenest thou them by little and little that offend, and warnest them by putting them in remembrance wherein they have offended, that leaving their wickedness they may believe on thee, O Most High Power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. That's what we have to do. For it was thy will to destroy by the hands of our fathers both those old inhabitants of thy holy land, whom thou hatest for doing most odious works of witchcrafts and wicked sacrifices, and also those mercies, murderers of children, and devourers of man's flesh, and the feast of blood, with their priests out of the midst of their idolatrous crew, and the parents that killed with their own hands souls destitute of help, that the land which thou estimable above all other, the land of Israel, might receive a worthy colony of the Most High's children. Nevertheless, even those thou sparest as men, and didst send was forerunners of thine host to destroy them by little and little. Not that thou wast unable to bring the unrighteous under the hands of the righteous in battle, or to destroy them at once with cruel beasts, or with one rough word, speak one rough word and destroy them, but executing thy judgment upon them by little and little. Thou gavest them place of repentance, not being ignorant that they were a naughty generation, and that their malice, or anger without a cause, was bred in them, and that their cogitation would never be changed. For it was a cursed seed from the beginning. Neither didst thou, for fear of any man, give them pardon for those things wherein they sin. For who shall say, what hast thou done? Or who shall withstand thy judgment? Or who shall accuse thee for the nations that perish, whom thou hast made? For who shall come to stand against thee, to be revenged for the unrighteous men? For neither is there any power but thou that carest for all, to whom thou mightest show that the judgment is not unright. Neither shall king or tyrant be able to set his face against thee. For any whom thou hast punished, for so much then as thou art righteous thyself, thou orderest all things righteously. That's why whatever the Most High do, his order is righteous. It's a righteous judgment. You order things righteously, thinking it not agreeable with thy power to condemn him that have not deserved to be punished. See? He's not going to condemn them that deserve not to be punished. For thy power is the beginning of righteousness, and because thou art the most high power of all, it maketh thee to be gracious unto all. For when men will not believe that thou art of a full power, thou showest thy strength. And among them that know it, thou makest their boldness manifest. But thou, mastering thy power, judgest with equity, and ordereth us with great favor. But thou mayest use power when thou wilt. See, Most High uses power when he wants to. But he showed a boldness amongst the men that he has called to bring forth his word to represent the Most High. It's got to be in boldness, but it cannot be in pride. Just because the Most High has given you something. Because they tell you pride, they tell you knowledge puffers up. Therefore, much is given, much is required, and the more is given, the more of a servant you have to become. In humility. Let's continue. That's the Most High. Let's go to Matthew. Look at this centurion. We're still dealing with humility, y'all. And we got to know a little bit about the Most High. We prophesy in part. We know in part and prophesy in part. Look at the centurion. Matthew 8:5. And when Amashak Abishai was entered into Capernaum, there came unto him a centurion, beseeching him, and saying, Amashak Abishai, my servant lieth at home sick of the palsy, sick with polio, as we know it today, grievously tormented. And Amashak Abishai said unto him, I will come and heal him. I will come and heal him. The centurion answered and said, this humility, Amashak Abishai, Master, I am not worthy that thou shouldest come under my roof, but speak the word only, and my servant shall be healed. That's faith. And that's humility. So he said, I ain't worthy that you should come under my roof. He said, but just speak the word only, and my servant will be healed. Verse 9, for I am a man under authority, a centurion, having soldiers under me. And I say to this man, go, and he goeth. And to another, come, and he cometh. And to my servant, do this, and he doeth it. When the Amashak heard, he marveled, and said to him, to them that followed, said it to all the people, verily, truly I say unto you, I have not found so great faith, no, not in Israel. And I say unto you, that many shall come from the east and west, and shall sit down with Abraham and Isaac and Jacob in the kingdom of heaven. But the children of the kingdom shall be cast out into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth. Let you know